Hi guys, this is your girl Kenny Debbie, and today's video I'm going to be teaching you the basis of wigging. So if you are a beginner when it comes to wig making, especially hand wigging, you have been finding it difficult to hand stitch, then this video is for you. In this video I'll be teaching you how to join hairs together. You know, when we have a case that you are wigging and you want to add the another bundles to the hair, how do you join it, which is very important as a wig maker. And the second thing you'll be learning in this video is how to successfully join your thread together when one thread finish. So this is going to be an exciting tutorial for you. I can't wait to dish out every values that I wanted to dish out in this video. So if this resonates with your spirit, if this sounds like something you would love to learn, then this video is for you. Let's go straight to the video. Here are the materials you're going to be needing for today's tutorial. The first one, we are going to be using 200 bundles of Pixie curls in wine color, and we are going to be using a factory 5x5 closure. Yes, you can either ventilate or you buy from the company directly. This is a client hair, and this is what I'm going to be using. Other material we're going to be needing for this tutorial is our mesh cap. I use mesh cap, this particular one, for my wigging. Yes, because it comes very durable. You can use any other type or any other product, that isn't a problem, but that is what I use. And the other materials we're going to be needing is your thread and your big needle. So wigging, these are things that you need to know when it comes to wigging. You need to know how to measure your client head measurement, which I've done off camera. And yeah, we'll also talk about the guideline. So the spacing that I use for my guideline is 1 inches each. I felt like you guys should have known that. That is why I didn't include it with this tutorial. So here is it, and I've already begun the wigging process of this video. So this hair is a 200 gram, like I said earlier, it's a 200 gram hair. And I can't double weft it. I have to like single weft it. This is one thing you guys need to know about being a wig maker. You need to be very calculative, because you don't want to have a reason whereby at the top bottom will be full and the head of the wig will look scanty. So I single weft everything from beginning to the end, because it's a 200 grams hairs and is not so full, you understand. So in the case that we have 300 grams, then definitely you're going to double weft it. Maybe you do the 2 to 3 line single, then the next line will be double wefting. So let's go straight to the hand stitching part, where I want you to pay a very good attention. When it comes to spacing while hand stitching, it is very important, because I see a lot of people that the spacing they do in between their stitches is very wide, and it causes a lot of it doesn't make it look neat. Even the fact that you are not using a machine, that doesn't make you not to do the right thing. So for me, the spacing that I use while and stitching is like 0.2 mm. Yes, it's 0.2 mm, which I feel like is, some people might be like it's too small, but it is not. That is why as a professional you need to take note of that. So when you're stitching, you use like a 0.1 or a 0.2 spacing, as you can see in this video. Let me slow it down so that you guys can see. And when it comes to tying, I tie once. It is only when I want to end, when the thread want to finish, that is when I do double knotting. That is why I do double, like I tie it to eyes. So that at the end of the day the hair won't lose. And there is a method I use, which I'm still going to show you. I don't just cut off my thread like that. No, I did not. I had a method that I use while wigging. So I want you to watch this video and look closely on the method that I use in my hand tying and my spacing, which is very important as a wig maker. Alright guys, so I've finished one thread and this is what I am having. So I've cut the needle out of the thread and we have like a longer length. So I'm taking another thread with needle now. So I just do my hand stitching. Can you see that the one we cut is still there, like that wool is still there? So I'm going to like tie it 2 eyes. I'm going to tie it 2 eyes or 3 times, anyone. Then I'm going to take the other wool which I've cut off the needle. I'm going to use it and tie the main one I'm using now. Why am I doing this? To secure the rest of the stitches so that it won't by any means or by any chance lose. So this method has helped me for a very long time. It has helped me. I learned it a very long time ago while I was learning as a young teenage girl in my parents' house. So that has helped me as an individual, and I feel like if I'm teaching you guys, this will help you. So fast forward to we moving to the edge. So this place I find some this is the turning part where I feel like some wig maker do make mistake. They do have bump, which is something I really don't find difficult as a wig maker. So what I do here is, once I get to the edge of the cap, like you are seeing me do in this video, I make sure I thread down. Yes, I thread down just as you're seeing me to the next line. You know, we are following a guideline. So once I stitch to the other line, then I do my turning, making sure that you are stitching on the edge of the cap. Yes, this is a very important method that you guys need to follow, because I see a lot of people just they just turn immediately. You don't do that. You don't do that. So yes, if you are double wefting, you use the same method too. It has worked for me and it will also work for you. So look closely on how I do the turning, and I hope you will learn something. So let me know if this has been helpful. Give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel. Watch and learn. Welcome guys, my friend and my fellow wig maker. So to this section, I want you to pay attention, because I also find out that some people find it difficult to join. Yes, so here I'm using another bundle. We are done with our hand stitching and the bundle has finished. The one we are using has finished, so we want to use another one, right? So one thing that I do when I'm joining hairs together, bundles together, is that I target the tip, yes, the last tip of the weft of the bundle, which is what I'm doing in this video. So you just it's just like you want to stick two things together. So the thread and needle you're using before, you don't abandon it. No, you don't abandon it. It's still the same thing you are going to be using to join the one you are using and the new one, the previous bundle to the new bundle. So just watch as I'm doing it in this video and learn a new tip. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are learning a lot or you are learning a little. Anyone, just give your girl support and share to your friend. So keep watching and I'm coming back soon. Bye. guys, we are the last part. Yeah, I know you have learned a whole bunch of things in this video. If you have learned one or two, just let me know in the comment section if you want me to be doing this kind of content, because I've got a lot for you guys. How to style seamlessly, how to restyle your closure, your frontal. Then, because I'm trying to be back on YouTube, because I've missed you guys. So if there is one thing you love to learn as a beginner in wig making, just let me know. Or if you want to see more of my ventilation video, then let me know in the comment section. So back to our business, back to our video. So I'm just trying to repeat the process again. I'm just repeating the process of joining and also wigging. So watch till the end, and I'm coming back to show you the aftermath of our wigging. Hey guys, I'm done styling the Pixie hair. Yes, I'm done. So I forgot to do the video. If you want to see more of my styling video, then let me know in the comment section. So I've styled this hair, and yes, I've styled the hair and it has dried. So this is what it's looking like. So I use a packing net. If you need to, like, you want to style Pixie hair, you need to save the coils by using a packing net, which is what I'm using in this video. Can you see the fullness of the hair? Oh guys, so this is just the part where I have to put my serum, because one thing about Pixie hair is like it's always looking frizzy after styling, so you have to add enough serum to give you that lush look. And I proceed to my finishing game, which is styling. So if you want to see more of my styling video, how I styled my closure, my frontal, let me know in the comment section. And if you have learned one or two in this video, then let me know in the comment section also. If you are new to my channel, my name is KennyDebyhair, and I'm a wig maker, a ventilator, and I'm also a student. Yes, I'm a student. So in case you want to see more of me these days, I have a bunch of videos, DIYs, that you can always check up here on YouTube. You can check my previous video, which I believe some people have learned a lot and are gaining value for their data or for their time. So yes, I'm a very you can to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my business page, which is KennyDebyhair, on both Instagram and Facebook, and on TikTok too. Yeah, that is my business page, because I render services, I train. So if you need any of our training, both physical and online, maybe a personal coach, then my DMs are always open. Just send us a DM on any of our platform, which is KennyDebyhair, to be one of our students. Bye. I hope you've learned something new today. Bye bye.